So just whenever you thought there wasn't going to be another marquee anytime soon, with the punishing one coming out, well, you were wrong, because that's exactly what the punishing one's going to be. Well, hello, welcome back to the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. Today we're going to be looking at the punishing ones kit. So obviously it's going to be Dark Side, Attacker, Bounty Hunter, and Scoundrel. It's got 3 attacks, special, and then the reinforcement ability. He's going to be able to inflict death mark on targets. He gets to attack out of turn, doing more damage and stuff. Apparently, whenever he's deployed with all bounty hunter allies, who provide several passive benefits. Apparently, pertinent bounty hunter debuffs will help push out more instances of damage, which is nice. So, let's look at the short FAQ thing. So how do I unlock the punishing one? It's not going to be a chase. It is going to be a marquee that drops on Thursday the 17th of this month of October. Obviously, you have to be level 60 and own a capital ship to unlock it. And the reason why they bring up the TIE Defender, counting it as Imperial TIE Fighter for unique, it's because that will, it's pertinent to know if it's counted as an Imperial TIE Fighter. Or it's unique because it has some anti-Imperial TIE Fighter mechanics built into his unique. So yeah, I hope you guys are ready for marquee number 477 of the year, it feels like, because here we go. His basic is the quad laser cannon. You deal physical damage to the target enemy. You deal additional instance of damage for each of the following. The target enemy is breached, they are marked, or target locked. So up to 3 additional instances of damage there, or potentially 4 just little bursts of damage there. Don't know how much damage it actually do, but that's quite a lot. His first special has a 3-turn cooldown. It's Disruptive Combo. It looks like a ion shot, honestly. You deal physical damage to all enemies and dispel all buffs on them. Nice. The target other bounty hunter ally gains bonus up for turn is called to assist. So maybe if you want to get closer to your ult with this ship, with the punishing one with the Executor, you call in like IG-2000 or maybe Xanadu. All the allied bounty hunter tanks taunt for a turn, and then light side enemies lose 50 speed for a turn, which cannot be evaded or resisted. Well, that's a chunk of speed getting just completely cut out of the equation, because like ships don't normally have much speed in the first place, because you can't modify their speed other than like increasing the relics on the character, applying zetas if they have one, and all that. Or having like full 6-dot mods on them as well. Wanted Dead has a 9-turn cooldown. I have not actually watched the animation for it. Oh, that looks kind of lame, honestly. Like, it looks like the seismic charge, right? But then it doesn't really live up to the expectation. Anyways, you deal physical damage to the target enemy and inflict the target enemy with Death Mark, which cannot be copied, dispelled, or resisted for 2 turns. And then inflict breach on all enemies for a turn, which cannot be resisted. And also the punishing one recovers 100% health. This ability cannot be evaded and starts on cooldown. I wonder if there's a way to decrease the cooldowns. These 9-turn cooldowns, a long time to get that moving. Also to be able to, like, the Death Mark. I can see why it's 9-turn, because Death Mark is, especially with not being copied, with it being non-dispellable, that makes it a very good debuff to inflict, because then you can just focus on that ship and blow them out of the water. The Jumpmaster 5000 is his first unique. At the start of the battle or reinforced, the punishing one gains 3 speed per bounty hunter ally and 6 speed per light side enemy, including the capital ships. So the punishing one's really leaning heavily into being anti-profundity, negotiator, and like Radis, so that way it makes the Executor just like a step up. And also, here's the thing: why are we getting a lifter for the Executor 2 years after it was meta? It has been 2 years since that ship came out, and we're just getting this ship to help reinforce its capabilities. What in the world, CG? Anyways, whenever punishing one is called to assist by a bounty hunter ally, if the enemy has buff immunity or marked, you stun him for a turn, which cannot be resisted. Nice and unresistible stun. Whenever an enemy attacks out of turn, you reduce the cooldown of 1 to dead by 1, tripled. Tripled if the enemy's light side. So even if you're running Executor, not against light side fleets, whenever someone attacks out of turn, you're going to be reducing 1 to dead by 1, or 3 turns if it's a light side enemy attacking out of turn. That is... okay, that's one way you're going to be spamming it, especially against light side fleets. Whenever an enemy attacks, punishing 1 out of turn, it recovers 10% health protection. Nice. At the start of the battle, if punishing 1 is deployed, and all allies are bounty hunters, excluding the capital ship, because there is no bounty hunter capital ship. Enemy Imperial TIE fighters lose 200% critical chance and invasion for... that just... negative 200% evasion. That just like nullifies the Imperial TIE fighters' capabilities of dodging. As same for the TIE Defender. Why in the hell are we boosting the Executor to not have a counter outside of itself or Leviathan? Why? What in the hell are you doing, CG? This does not need to be this way. And this is a marquee. So that means you have to wail on this ship to get it 7-starred. Because you're not going to be able to do that you're not going to be able to utilize it until you... I mean, you probably could utilize it at like 4 or 5 stars, but like... what in the hell are you thinking, CG? The Allied Empire capital ship gains 5 speed. Allied bounty hunter attackers gain 100% bonus protection for a turn. And then the punishing one dispels all debuffs on itself and ignores taunt on its first turn. So if you have the punishing one out front, say in place of like Xanadu Blood maybe, I don't know if you want to replace Razor Crest out front, you're gonna get all of these benefits right here to like nullify like the Chimaera counter, because that like just nixes the Chimaera counter right there. Just this bit right here, this first line, destroys the Chimaera counter. That means you'll have to do... And then the thing is, you might not be able to profundity this, because every time you assist, whenever you attack out of turn, you're reducing the cooldown of 1 to dead by 3 turns. And with how often the rebel fleets assist out of turn, you're not going to be able to kill them off before he starts putting death mark on your ships. And you can't dispel it. And it lasts for how many turns? 2 turns. That's a 2-turn death mark that gives him 2 turns to annihilate that one ship of yours. Absolute insanity. And there's even more to the Jumpmaster 5000. At the start of the enemy capital ship's turn, all enemies lose 100% critical damage till the end of the turn. Whenever an enemy gains stealth, you dispel it and inflict breach on them for a turn, which cannot be resisted, and then the punishing one stealth for a turn. It's literally covering so many counters. Like this is literally just the end all be all. You're gonna have to run punishing one out front to even make the Executor fleet like non-chimerable or profundity killable. While the punishing one is active, breach enemies have minus 25% health and protection recovery. Well, that's just a straight up profundity nerf right there. It's just straight up destroying the profundity right there. Enemies with Deathmark cannot recover health protection, and whenever an enemy with Deathmark is defeated, all Bounty Hunter allies gain 100% defense for a turn and recover 100% protection. So that doesn't even mean, like, this isn't even like with him having to be out front first. This is just whenever he's active. Even if you call him a reinforcement, he's going to be able to do this to your fleet. What in the hell are you thinking, CG? Are you trying to make it an Executor Leviathan meta? Because you're going to be doing that if you do... You're doing that with this... with the punishing one dropping like this. What in the hell are y'all doing in your offices? Are you playing the game? People wanted a new fleet meta. Like a new capital ship. Not a 2-year-old capital ship getting an ungodly... like god tier boost with a marquee ship. This isn't even a galactic chase. This is marquee, and you're giving them this. What in the hell are y'all thinking? And in the reinforcement, it's called Skip Tracer. Whenever he enters a battle, punishing one gains defense pin up for 2 turns. The target enemy is inflicted with buff immunity for a turn, which cannot be evaded or resisted. What in the hell are y'all thinking, CG? this kills. I think there's like a way for people to even make negotiator work against the executor. You might be able to pull it off still, but the problem is with that minus 50 speed on your ships from his first special, the disruptive combo, and I don't think, if I remember correctly, I don't think the negotiator fleet counter assist add a turn as much as the profundity fleet does, but like you're nullifying. Well, first and foremost, you're completely destroying the Chimaera counter with him being out front first. Then secondly, you're destroying the profundity counter by putting a 2-turn non-dispellable death mark on the enemy ships, because every time they assist at a turn, if it's a light side ship doing the assisting, it's 3-turn cooldown right there. And depending, I don't know how many times they attack at a turn, if that'll influence how often that gets reduced or what, but like, what in the hell are y'all doing? This isn't even a marquee. This is like one of their like mega, whatever they called the Great Mother marquee. Like their, what did they call the Great Mother marquee? I don't remember now. Let me go look, because they called it something weird. What was it called? What did they call this marquee? I remember they called it something fruity. What did they call it? Elite marquee. Is this an elite marquee for a 2-year-old fleet? What are you doing, CG? This... Wow, this is ridiculous. Well, I guess let me know what y'all think of the punishing one. It'll be punishing your wallets and your GACs in the near future if people wail out on it. So, yeah. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. I hope you have a good rest of your day.